On this episode of Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor, you're going to meet Mr. Brian McNeill, the sales confidence coach. And we're actually going to do a little training. You're not going to want to miss this episode because he's going to teach you how to tell your elevator story. It's time to get drastic. Let's go.
With Toni Harris Taylor.
Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show. I am really excited today because we get to talk about one of my favorite topics, sales. My guest is Mr. Brian K. McNeill, and he is the sales confidence coach. But I want to talk to my entrepreneurs about sales. Can we keep it 100? I know there's a lot of you that hate sales. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to ask for money. But I have to tell you that 70% of businesses fail in up to their 10th year progressively. And I'm of the belief it's because they don't learn to sell. If you don't learn to sell, you will go out of business. So I have a prop here. This prop is a beautiful cup. If you didn't see on a previous episode, this is my daughter's business. She actually makes these cups and lays every single stone by hand. She loves it. She's creative. But guess what? These cups are not going to sell themselves. She has to learn to market and sell her business. You got to learn the sales process. If you don't learn the sales process, you will go out of business. You got to sell more. And I know a lot of you are wearing all the hats in your business. You're the accountant. You're the janitor. You sell it. You do the product. You create it. You deliver it. I get it. Focus on sales. When you have enough sales, you can hire people to do all that other stuff. Sales is the catalyst. So no matter how creative you are, you've got to learn how to market it and get it into the world. When we come back, we're going to talk to Mr. Brian K. McNeill, the sales confidence coach. And by the way, you can find these cups on Facebook and on all the social platforms. Creations by Morgan B. Now I won't be in trouble. We'll be right back.
Have you ever thought about the true definition of success? Well, fortunately, there's no wrong answer. We all have our own ideas of what true success actually means. So don't let yourself get caught up in trying to live someone else's success story. I'm Mike Bush with JLA Realty, and I want to take just a moment to let you know what our idea of success actually means. It's helping to create successful, passionate, and driven agents which give us satisfied clients. So if you're ready for us to help you write your own success story, go to joinjla.com and let's get to work.
If you are a business owner who needs more revenue but doesn't have the time or team to conduct sales activities, you need Unstoppable Sales Support. I'm Tish Time, CEO and founder of Unstoppable Sales Support. For over 10 years, I've helped teams to close more sales. Unstoppable Sales Support is your outsourced sales solution. Prospecting, follow-up, and we close sales. Done for you.
We're back with my special guest, Brian McNeill, the sales confidence coach. I met Brian through a mutual friend. We had a one-to-one. Can y'all believe he didn't remember it? But after that, we got reconnected, and he actually came and spoke to my coaching group, and everybody loved Brian. I said, you got to be on my show. So welcome, Brian. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited to do anything I can do with Toni. So yes, I'm happy that your group enjoyed me, and I'm looking forward to today rocking.
Wonderful. So we're going to do something different in this show. We're actually going to do introduction to the guest, and then we're going to do some teaching segments because I love what he talks about when it comes to your elevator, not pitch, but story. But later on that. So, Brian, how long have you been the sales confidence coach?
It's my first day. Nah.
I love him.
No, actually, I've been helping people to sell themselves and their services better for 29 years. And I've been the sales coach for 29 years. But last year I did go on a rebranding. One of my coaches asked me, Brian, what do your clients really get from you? And he asked me to ask them, current and past clients. And I started asking a lot of clients, what is it that you really got from me? Yeah, I know you hired me to coach you on how to sell. What did you really get? And if you were to create a gig salad of what they got from me, the most dominant word over and over again was confidence. With working with me, they were confident that they could and would make the money. They were confident that they knew what to do first, second, and third. So I infused them with confidence. So the brilliant thing came up last year where we went from just Brian K. McNeill, the sales coach, to Brian K. McNeill, the sales confidence coach. And I like how it fits, actually.
I love the way it fits. And Brian, you say money like I say drastic. Say money for me again, Brian. I love the way you say money.
Money.
He helps you make money. You know you're going to hear me say that when I start speaking. I'm speaking. So I'm going to give you credit, but I love the way you say money. And when you say drastic, I want you to say it just like me. So Brian,
there's a few words that get caught like that, yes.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I was born and raised in the streets of Brooklyn. Yes.
So not only will you get a confidence coach, but you'll get a comedian in the process. And hey, sometimes we need to laugh when it comes to sales. So Brian, what do you see are some of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make when it comes to selling?
Wow. Now, this is not going to sound pretty, okay? But because today's entrepreneur really does not want to come across as salesy. They don't want to come across as pushy. They don't want to come across as typical sales. What happened is, in their attempt to not come across that way, the pendulum has swung so far to the other way, now they don't ask for business at all. We have created an environment of very wimpy entrepreneurs. I told you it wasn't going to sound pretty.
Oh.
Here's what happens today. And I talk to entrepreneurs every day. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. I'm in the game. What they do now, they've gotten better at marketing. They've gotten better at social media marketing. They've gotten better at branding, but they just stopped doing it altogether of simply asking for business. That is the biggest crime that entrepreneurs are committing today. They won't even ask. They'll tell what they do. I do this and this, and I coach this and this, and I help people with this and this. And then what they do is they leave it there and hope the potential client will say, hey, look, I need that services. Can I hire you? And what that's called is low probability selling. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're hoping the client will do your work for you.
Woo! Preach, brother, preach. I love that because you're absolutely right. They don't have the courage to ask for the sale. You know why, Brian? Because they don't want to be rejected. They feel it's personal, especially, and you let me know if you find this to be true, especially when it's their baby, their brand. They created it. They really don't want to ask for the sale.
Now, there's value in rejection. There's even magic that happens in rejection. How many times in your life have you prayed for something or developed a skill in an area, and what happens was you get tried in that area, and then you get better and better at it, and then the next time you have to show and prove, you've gotten good at it because you practice it. You tried it and failed, and then you tried it again, and you got better at it. If you had succeeded the first swing, you never would have developed the skills to be better at it, okay? Who, and plus, how vain is that to think that they always going to say yes to you? Okay. How
Absolutely.
vain is that? Okay. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is entrepreneurs have unrealistic expectations. The Major League Baseball, 3 out of 10 at bats is an amazing batting average. Right. 30% entrepreneurs expect 100% sales close. And the problem is they're not asking for the money enough. They're not seeing enough prospects. And so when somebody says no, it really hurts because they don't have a pipeline. And so we need to set your expectations for real. Your great selling average is 30%. Let's break it down even further. That's 3 out of 10 people. Everybody else is probably going to say no or not now. You got to have that expectation no matter what. Would you agree?
Well, I thought you brought up 2 things there particularly. One is they don't ask, and I think it's because they don't know how. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the other one is their biggest fear that they're not going to have enough people to ask for business. They're not going to have enough prospects. First off, there's tons and tons and tons of leads. You're not going to run out. You really are not. And I can help them. I'm just a real quick tip for any entrepreneur who never, ever asked for business. Start asking for business this way. After you've demonstrated how your stuff works for them, ask them, would you be willing to give my stuff a try? Would you give me a try? Would you give us a try? Give us a try is such a non-threatening way to ask someone for business. And the beautiful thing about would you give us a try, no matter what they say, the game is not over. That's one thing. They don't know how to ask. And here's one more major thing. Most people who don't understand sales, Toni, they treat sales like it's an event. And it's just not. It's a process. It's a process. For example, if I saw you in a bar, okay, and you were sitting at the bar minding your own business, having a soda, and I walked up to you, role play this out with me, Toni. I walked up to you and said, how you doing? My name is Brian. How are you?
I'm fine, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Please tell me, what is your name?
Toni Harris Taylor.
Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor, I think you look lovely. Let's get married. See?
No.
Exactly. That's ridiculous. And people there's no way she could say yes to that. She don't know if she knows enough about me. She don't know if she trusts me. She don't know if she likes me. She don't know anything at all about me. It's an event. And people who don't understand sales, they offer their stuff like that before the client really has any understanding or any real reason to say yes.
Right. Well, when we come back,
never try it again.
You know what, Brian? We're going to take a break, but when we come back, I'm going to let you finish your thought, and then we're going to teach our audience how to do their elevator story so it makes it so easy to warm up to people and you're not asking them to marry you on the first date. We'll be right back after this message.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Are you a busy business owner that feels invisible and you are not making the money you deserve? My name is Toni Harris Taylor with Drastic Results Coaching. I'm a leading marketing and sales coach who teaches service-based entrepreneurs how to magnetically attract their ideal clients to make more money now. If you are ready to get drastic results in your business, contact Toni at 713-387-9273. Remember, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
The most important thing that you have to share with your audience or your potential customer is your story. Other people have similar products, they may have similar services, but no one has your story. And when you share that story with clarity and confidence, that's going to lead to better connections, which leads to more conversions. My name is Star Babatune, and I help small business owners tell their stories for more connection and more conversion.
Creating social media posts for your business can take so much time and energy. And yet with the pandemic, if you're not online posting, people think you're closed. Introducing Amy Social. Amy Social is the world's first AI app for small business that writes, designs, creates, and schedules every post for your entire month's social media calendar in seconds. Download it to your phone for free at getsocial.ai. That's getsocial.ai.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
We're back. Brian K. McNeill, you heard him in the first segment, teaching you how to make money and ask for the money. I love the way he says money. So now he's going to teach us how to tell your story. I'm going to reinvent it a little bit and say your elevator story. Because why is a pitch not a good thing, Brian?
Pitch is a passe concept. It's a concept from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We're going to go make a pitch to the client and hopefully get a deal. Now, that whole thinking on pitching and deals and negotiating is distasteful still to a lot of people. If someone was to pitch a ball at you, you're either going to swing at it, trying to hit it, or you're going to dodge it, or you're going to catch it. And none of those things are things that we want our clients to do to our offer. Right. We don't want to swing at our offer. We don't want to catch our offer like that. We want them to dodge it. We want them to embrace our offers. We want to accept our offers. I'm going to tell you, there's two types of people that love stories. One of them is children. They love stories, and we know that to be true. And the other one is adults. And we know that's true too, because we have movies and television shows. Right. Your money is in your story. No more pitches. No more.
So you have a formula, and I'm writing the formula on the board as you tell it to us, because I love the formula. So what's step one in the story formula?
Here's the formula. It's a 3-part formula. It's in a story format, 3-part formula, and it's a story format. First thing I want you to say that what we're about to do right here is one of the most basic and most important steps. This is foundational piece. Okay. You get a lot of opportunities to tell what you do. Whenever someone gives you an opportunity to tell what you do, what do you do for a living, whether it's in person or over the phone or online or webinar? If they give you a chance to tell what you do, the first thing I want you to do is to understand that that question is an opportunity for you to, step one, introduce into the conversation a problem that your service solves. So if you're going to write on a dry erase board, here's what I want you to write first. First thing I want you to write are these 3 words. You know how, dot, 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 and leave an exclamation points. Okay. You know how, dot, dot, dot. And then leave a little space and then write the words. Underneath that, write the words, well, I do what I do, dot, dot, dot. Well, comma, what I do is dot, dot, dot. And then underneath that, the third stanza is so that they can, dot, dot, dot.
All right.
Now, let me explain what the formula means.
Okay, thank you.
The first time, when someone gives you a chance to tell what you do, your job is to first introduce into the conversation a problem that your service solves. And I recommend you use the preface of, you know how. You know how is an invitation for them to agree with what you're about to say.
Okay.
You know how they are. And then introduce the problem should sound like an easy to understand and an easy to agree upon problem. The goal is to get them to agree upon the problem. You know how you introduce a problem and get them to agree it's a problem. Now, getting them to agree it's a problem, any kind of agreement is enough. A head nod is plenty. An a yup, a yes. You don't need a big agreement. You just need any kind of agreement, because the moment that they agree upon the problem that you solve, that is the moment that they have metaphorically taken you by the hand. And now you can take them on a journey. Okay. For example, you know how there are so many amazing entrepreneurs that don't earn nearly the money that they could or that they should. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You see, yes, she understood the problem. She said yes. That's all I'm going for. I introduced the problem and I got her to agree and we move on. Okay. The next one. What I do is, now here, your job is to introduce yourself as if you are the solution. You're the solution to the problem. You're the answer to the question, and you are the aspirin to the headache. Here, you are only telling what you do. You are not telling how you do it. You're only saying that you solve that problem through your services. That's it. You know how, da 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 da. Well, what I do is I help these entrepreneurs through my services as a sales coach, or I help them through my services as a wealth coach. I'm not a wealth coach, but whatever it is. I help them through my coaching, through my consulting, through my programs, through my workshops, through my books, something. Just let them know that you're the answer to the question. You want to paint yourself as if you're the answer to the question, you're the solution to that problem, and you are the aspirin to that headache.
Got it. Perfect.
Okay. Do not explain how here. That comes later.
Okay.
Now that last part, that's so that they can, put a couple of stars in front of the word so, because the ending of your story is more important than the beginning and the middle. You could mess up the beginning and the middle and still do a good ending and still win. You do all of that cool stuff for what? You do all that cool stuff so that they can something. You must say one or two benefits of your services. You got to say it out of your mouth. One or two benefits. If you're not willing to say a benefit, it's even worse. It's almost as if you didn't have any benefits. Also, if you won't say a benefit, what you are trying to do is put yourself in the category of anybody else who does anything close to what you do. And there's no one else like you. So do not lump yourself into the category of anyone else. What the benefits is how you distinguish yourself from the pack.
Awesome. I love this. So to recap, let me recap. You know how, the problem that you solve. Well, what I do is, and what you want to tell them is that you are the solution to that problem, so that they can 1 to 2 benefits and results that you get for your clients.
Yes, but add to the first part, the you know how, get them to agree. Get them to agree on a problem.
All right, so I'm putting that on the board.
Get them to agree. And any kind of agreement is enough.
All right, I love it, love it, love it. You mesmerized my coaching group with this formula, and now I'm not letting them not use the formula. So congratulations on converting me, because I'm a sales coach as well, but you've converted me to this formula. So tell everybody how they can get in contact with you, Brian.
Sure. I am very, very easy to reach. I even have, those link trees. But in the absence of the link tree, you can just go to my website, briankmcneil.com, BRIAN, the letter K, and then McNeill.com. Or you could go to thesalesconfidencecoach.com, the Sales Confidence, ENCE, coach.com. Both places you'll be able to reach me. Both places you'll be able to schedule a complimentary one-on-one session with me. Both places you'll see my books, all of that.
Wonderful. Well, Brian, there are bigger things for us to come. And if I didn't mention it, Brian is a sponsor as well. So thank you so much for believing so much in me and my show that you were willing to invest in being a part of our project here. So thank you so much, Brian. When we come back, I'm going to recap what we just learned so that you will be able to close more sales. We'll be right back.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic.
Did you know that 76% of warm referrals actually close? Are you getting all the referrals that you want? My name is Toni Harris Taylor, and I am the community builder with Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bring business owners together to help them to build relationships to bring each other more leads. If you're interested in getting more leads for your business, contact me at nianortheasthouston.com.
Whether you're looking to connect with customers, find new ones, or sell more of your awesome stuff, Constant Contact has powerful email marketing tools and more to help you do more business online. Power on with Constant Contact. Try it free today.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Welcome back. That was amazing. I always wanted to do that whole whiteboard thing, but wasn't Brian K. McNeill awesome talking about how to make more money? I love the way he says money. So to recap the elevator story, you know how, state the problem that's a common problem and get agreement. Number 2, what I do is state the thing that you do to help them resolve the problem so that they can, and state a couple of features or benefits, that results that they will get as a result of working with you. What a great formula. Brian K. McNeill, the sales confidence coach. I want to give a shout out today to Nikki Smith, who is my set designer and my image consultant. She's trying to make me like Tamron Hall, y'all, and I love the work that she's doing. Give her a call if you want to remix your image. Also, I want to give a shout out to my producers, my production company, Choice One Media Group, Sonia Lowe, Bradford Lowe, Malcolm Carter, the amazing team that I have here. And then last but not least, want to shout out to Tish Times, Unstoppable Sales Support. If you need support closing more sales or generating more leads, contact Tish at unstoppablesalessupport.com. And don't forget to follow me, drasticresults.com. drasticresults.com. It's easy. All of my links are there. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube as well. And remember, sharing is caring. So share this show every week. Even share the reruns. They don't know when it was aired. Just share. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Bye.
Drastic